So I'm back. I decided to lock myself out of my place, and it turns out my landlord did not have a key for the situation. He tried to get in through my window without breaking it, and that was a negative. So he said, basically, you're out of luck. And I think he saw the despair roll over my eyes. And we made this eye contact. He walked over to my door and he had a hammer in his hand from previously trying to get in through my window and just went to town on the handle of my door. It was heroic. I didn't think he would do it, and I didn't know how I was gonna get into my place, so I was impressed. Banging off my doorknob, because that's what we had to do. We just had to eliminate the problem. He splintered this hammer. The hammer just went wah. We made it. Picture. So now I don't have a doorknob. He came back like in a few hours and gave me a new one. Yeah. It proceeded to not work because I had already had a jank door that like you had to pull up on the handle so that it would latch. And I guess this was just a funny way of getting that fixed too. Since the door frame had been shifting basically, and that's what was causing the issue, they got a maintenance guy to come in and he just like sawed off the end of my door. And that worked out really nicely, except for I have sawdust all over that corner. My shoes are flooded with sawdust. The price we pay of being stupid, basically. I was very thankful. At one point in time, I was in a relationship, and you know, when you're in a relationship, you get used to like kissing people goodbye and hello and all that stuff. There was this one time, and I was saying bye to my mother. And I guess my muscle memory thought, you should kiss this person whomst you have never kissed on the lips before, to your knowledge. And when I said goodbye to my mother, I kissed her in the mouth. I don't know why I continue to want to paint while I'm talking, because it doesn't work. I don't do it that well. Let's see, what else we got here in the arsenal. I used to have this amazing electric blue Hyundai, and fun fact, I used to date a ghoul. Like, I actually used to hang out with a lot of them. I was out one night at a club or some shite, and someone came up to me. They're like, I just came and kicked off both your side view mirrors, like while I was in the place. And mind you, I had not dated this person in 4 years. So I ran outside, and sure enough, he was chilling next to my car with a huddle of people that just like watched him do it, I guess. Nashville, love ya. No, I don't hate anyone. I don't even have a problem with any of these people, I guess. Let me take you back real quick. We hadn't dated in 4 years, and that's because we dated off and on. He was 19 when we met, and he had threatened my family, who had let him stay at our house before. He kicked in the vents of my car and tore off my rear view mirror like years before. He would like always abuse my car. He attacked people I hung out with. He would repeatedly me physically, and actually there was this really bad instance where he was like stomping on my head and spitting on me, and one of his friends just acted like they were asleep. It was kind of a joke that he was gonna get over liking me when I was legal. End up in jail or the hospital all the time and blame me to his friends and family. Anyways, I know this has gotten dark, but I actually just don't give a shit, I promise. There's way worse stuff that has happened since then. So, I had gotten both of those side view mirrors replaced by a pull bar place. One of them was red and one of them was white. It looked hilarious. And I was proud to get it fixed. But I had gone out a few months later after getting them replaced, and what do you know, the driver's side had been kicked off again. Probably the same person, but who knows. I hung out with terrible people for a period of time. Gosh, I'm about to give up on this painting. I just got so sidetracked trying to like produce a painting at the end of this. Anyways, so I was out and someone had kicked it off, whatever. A few months later, I had gone out again, got caught slipping out, and someone had finished the job. They had kicked off my passenger side view mirror again. I have reason to believe it could have been the same person or this girl named Becca. I mean, whatever. But your girl didn't get any of that fixed again because she was tired. I'm so tired of Nashville at this point. But then I found amazing people and it became great. We were going through it for a period of time, making bad decisions, and I mean, not only was I really young and infatuated with that dude, and that's why I went through all this shit, I just didn't know any better, and he was like the life and the downfall of every party. Like, he was addictive. Trying to think of a lighter story now. I really wasn't trying to bum you guys out. It's just, you know, life happens. I had met up with a dude once, and he had the lights turned down really low. It was like purple mood lighting and music blasting like right next to us. And you know how speakers kind of sound like they're yelling at you sometimes when they're facing you? Well, this was certainly the case, and everything he said I could not hear, I could not understand, and it was the hardest conversation I've ever had, and I just wanted it to work so bad. But this man was not talking loud enough. His voice was the same decibel, the same sound frequency as everything he was playing. It sounded like he was basically singing the songs that he was playing. Not too long ago, we actually had a considerable blackout. I had never witnessed something like this at my place, where all the lights went out for like 40 seconds, and the notorious thing around this area is that there are bouncy houses and there are kids playing at all times and all hours. They are jamming on these things. They love the bouncy houses in my area. So of course there are kids playing and you can like hear them, and they're outside and it's dark. I guess maybe the lights of the streets and whatnot, it probably was pretty eerie now that I'm thinking about it. But that all just went out and it was freaky. But the comical relief in that situation was all of those kids that immediately screamed afterwards. Matter of fact, that's happened on several occasions where things like, we had an earthquake that was actually pretty scary and people started screaming. I don't know what it is, scream, and then there's silence afterwards. Well guys, I have managed to not even remotely finish this painting, but this is how far I've gotten. And you gotta know I love you.